recitation of Quran with the salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali
Inshallah, we are going to continue with Surah Ash-Shura, verse 32 to 44, page 487, inshallah.
In the picture, right?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن آياته الجوار في البحر كالأعلام إن يشأ يسكن الريح فيظللن رواكد على ظهره إن في ذلك لآيات لكل صبار شكور أو يوبقهن بما كسبوا أو يعفو عن كثير ويعلم الذين يجادلون في آياتنا ما لهم من محيص فما أوتيتم من شيء فمتاع الحياة الدنيا وما عند الله خير وأبقى للذين آمنوا وما عند الله خير وأبقى للذين آمنوا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون والذين يجتنبون كبائر الإثم والفواحش وإذا ما غضبوا هم يغفرون والذين استجابوا لربهم وأقاموا الصلاة وأمرهم شورى بينهم ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين إذا أصابهم البغي هم ينتصرون وجزاء سيئة سيئة مثلها فمن عفا وأصلح فأجره على الله إنه لا يحب الظالمين ولمن انتصر بعد ظلمه فأولئك ما عليهم من سبيل إنما السبيل على الذين يظلمون الناس ويبغون في الأرض بغير الحق أولئك لهم عذاب أليم ولمن صبر وغفر إن ذلك لمن عزم الأمور ومن يضلل الله فما له من ولي من بعده وترى الظالمين لما رأوا العذاب يقولون هل إلى مرد من سبيل صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Thank you.
Press the button. I'll do it, man.
You're done.
I'll do it. Oh. Sorry.
صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إني أسألك وأتوجه إليك بنبيك نبي الرحمة محمد صلى الله عليه وآله. يا أبا القاسم يا رسول الله يا إمام الرحمة يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيحا عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا وجيحا عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا الحسن يا أمير المؤمنين يا علي بن أبي طالب يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيحا عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا فاطمة الزهراء يا بنت محمد يا قرة عين الرسول يا سيدتنا ومولاتنا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيحة عند الله اشفعي لنا عند الله يا أبا محمد يا حسن بن علي أيها المجتبى يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيحا عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا عبد الله يا حسين بن علي أيها الشهيد يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيحا عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن الحسين يا زين العابدين يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيحا عند اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا جعفر يا محمد بن علي أيها الباقر يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا عبد الله يا جعفر بن محمد أيها الصادق يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا الحسن يا موسى بن جعفر أيها الكاظم يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن محمد يا علي بن موسى أيها الرضا يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا جعفر يا محمد بن علي أيها التقي الجواد يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن محمد أيها الحادي النقي يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا محمد يا حسن بن علي أيها الزكي العسكري يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا وسي الحسن والخلف الحجة أيها القائم المنتظر المهدي يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. حاجة يا سادتي وموالي إني توجهت بكم أئمتي وعدتي ليوم فقري وحاجتي إلى الله وتوسلت بكم إلى الله واستشفعت بكم إلى الله فاشفعوا لي عند الله واستنقذوني من ذنوبي عند الله فإنكم وسيلتي إلى الله وبحبكم وبقربكم أرجو نجاة من الله فكونوا عند الله رجائي يا سادتي يا أولياء الله صلى الله عليهم أجمعين ولعن الله أعداء الله ظالميهم من الأولين والآخرين آمين رب العالمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله.
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
This is a very short poem, and I'll do the translation afterwards as usual, depicting the circumstances in which Imamat of fourth Imam began. It ended during the time of 712 around AD, 661 Hijrah, that Karbala took place. But 712 is the end of Imams. And 711 is Muhammad bin Qasim, if you're Indian Pakistan, actually was sent by Hajjaj bin Yusuf. So that was his Imam's time, fourth Imam's time. So, Sallu ala Nabi. امامت کی ابتدا ہے چوتھے امام ہیں. امامت کی ابتدا ہے چوتھے امام ہیں. عاشور و کربلا ہے چوتھے امام ہیں. عاشور و کربلا ہے چوتھے امام ہیں. غش سے اٹھے زمین پہ سنبھلا نہ جا سکا. بابا کا سر ہے نیزے پہ چوتھے امام ہیں. خیمے بھی جل رہے ہیں آہو بکا کے ساتھ. خیمے بھی جل رہے ہیں آہو بکا کے ساتھ. نیزوں پہ چادریں ہیں چوتھے امام ہیں. نیزوں پہ چادریں ہیں چوتھے امام ہیں. آسمان رو رہا ہے مٹی بھی سرخ ہے. آسمان رو رہا ہے مٹی بھی سرخ ہے. آندھی کے بیچ غش میں چوتھے امام ہیں. آندھی کے بیچ غش میں چوتھے امام ہیں. دربار ہے بازار ہے کوفہ و شام ہے. پردے بھی چھن چکے ہیں چوتھے امام ہیں. چادر چھنی سر بھی گئے چادر چھنی سر بھی کٹے گھر نبی کا ہے. چادر چھنی سر بھی کٹے گھر نبی کا ہے. اسلام کو بچانا ہے چوتھے امام ہے. دی کی بقا و قیمت کتنی عظیم ہے. دی کی بقا و قیمت کتنی عظیم ہے. آفاق اشک بار ہے چوتھے امام ہے. سر پر رہیں نہ چادریں تن پہ رہے نہ سر. سر پہ رہیں نہ چادریں تن پہ رہے نہ سر. سجدے مگر رکے نہیں چوتھے امام. سجدے مگر رکے نہیں چوتھے امام ہے. So this is a quick English translation for the people. Where is the fourth Imam in the beginning of his Imamah? It is the beginning of the Imamah, and it is Ashura and Karbala. And there is the fourth Imam. When he came out of his faintness, he could not balance himself on the ground. Why is that? As he saw the head of his father on the spear, and there is the fourth Imam. That's the beginning of his Imam. Camps are on the fire, and the painful cries in the air, and chadars of the ladies are on the spears, and there is the fourth Imam. The sky is weeping, and the sand is red, and in the midst of the storm there is fourth Imam. There are courts of tyrants and bazaars in Kufa and Sham. Head coverings have been snatched, and there is fourth Imam. Chadars were snatched and heads were cut off, but it is the house of the Prophet that suffered. But Islam had to be saved, and there is fourth Imam. How precious is the price to save the religion. The universe is shedding tears, and there is fourth Imam. Although the chadars were not on the heads, and the heads were not on the body, but sajda, the prostration of God continues, because there is fourth Imam. Sallu ala nabi.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
صلو علی محمد و آل محمد. ایک لائن کوئی سی بھی. صلو علی محمد و آل محمد.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
سوز کے چند اشعار اردو میں پیش خدمت. ہم لوگ تعداد کے تو قائل ویسے بھی نہیں. صلو علی محمد و آل محمد.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali
حافظ سے یہ وطن میں کسی نے کیا سے یہ وطن میں کسی نے کیا کلام گزرے زیادہ کہاں تم پہ ایمان مولا نے 3 بار کہا شام 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 مولا نے 3 بار رنگ میرا کنب تھا اور گرد بیووں کے نام لے کے عدو شاد ہوتے تھے بیووں کے نام لے کے عدو شاد ہوتے تھے بابا کا سر بھی روتا تھا اور ہم بھی روتے تھے آبے سے یہ وطن درود پڑھیے محمد آل محمد جو قیدی بھی ہے بیمار بھی ہے سلام اس پہ جو قیدی بھی ہے پوچھا ایک شخص نے شبیر تیرا کون ہے پوچھا ایک شخص نے شبیر تیرا کون ہے بولے فرما کے بابا بھی ہے سردار بھی ہے سلام اس پہ جو قیدی بھی ہے بیمار بھی ہے درود پڑھیے محمد آل محمد
صلی علی محمد وآل محمد
فاتحہ عابد کو جب یزید سے بابا کا سر ملا عابد کو جب یزید سے بابا کا سر ملا سر کیا ملا کہ مرہم زخم جگر ملا سر
زخم جگر ملا ہر مدت کے بعد باپ کے سر سے پسر ملا ماہ سفر میں شام سے حکم سفر ملا ارے دیکھا جو اہل بیت نے فرق جناب کو ارے تاروں نے آ کے گھیر لیا ماہتاب کو او تاروں نے آ کے گھیر لیا ماہتاب کو بہنوں نے باری باری لیا گود میں وہ سر زینب نے ہونٹ رکھ دیے بھائی کے ہونٹ ہر دریا بہا کے اشکوں کی بولی وہ نوحہ بھیا پھری ہے آپ کی ہمشیر در جس روز سے جدا ہوئی میں دم سے آپ کے ہر نیزوں سے پشت زخمی ہے دل غام سے آپ کے نیزوں سے پشت زخمی ہے دل غام سے آپ کے بھیا تمہیں ہماری خبر بھی ہے یا نہیں بھیا ہمارے سر سے ردائیں اتار ارے بھیا تمہاری بہن یہاں رسی نے باندھی بھیا تمہاری بیٹی کے یاسی لیاں لگی بندہ ہمارے حال پہ اس دم شریر ہے ارے بھیا ہم ایک رسی میں 12 کثیر بھیا ہم ایک رسی میں 12 اسیر ہیں عابد کو جب یزید سے بابا کا سر ملا مولا کو غم نہ دے آپ لوگ سوائے غم حسین کی صلی اللہ محمد و آل محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
To go really up and then now does he need this for his ego? Does Allah need to be constantly praised? I mean, because if we have a person in the dunya beside me who needs praise upon praise, we don't have a good rep about that guy. We think that he actually wants constant praise, right? He has this ego and self-conceit problem. Can we say that about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How do we answer that? Come to Surah Rahman. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Surah Rahman, as you know, is that very famous verse that 31 times, فَبِأَيِّ عَلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. How many of the favors of Allah will you deny? Right? The makeup of the surah sometimes is very unique in the sense that in between that verse that's repeated 31 times in the surah, there are constant blessings that are mentioned in between each one, sometimes in pairs. The two that I want to draw your attention to address this issue sometimes, and if you are somebody in this audience who has that question of why does Allah, why is He so adamantly asking me to worship Him? We come to two of them, and they're very famous verses. كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. Let's examine these two verses very carefully to address this issue that why does Allah need us to worship Him? صلوا على محمد وعلى محمد. Because we do understand, at least, especially my youth, they do understand this idea that I know that whatever Allah does in terms of an obligation, it's for me. I get that, but I don't quite understand still why He needs my worship. Now this verse, if I can, move a little bit this way, then I'll come back to my topic. كل من عليها فان, everything will perish. Now fani in Arabic doesn't mean death. Fani means a disappearance to the point where you're not even remembered several years later. You'll be forgotten. Okay, I don't mean to freak our sisters out, but this could have been, let's say, a Qabristan, let's say, many years ago. We don't even know who was on this piece of land before we were, talking about maybe hundreds of centuries of years ago. Is there anyone buried on here? We have no idea. No idea. Ask yourself, how many generations do you go back in terms of your father? Maybe your grandfather, maybe your great-grandfather. How many? 3, 4 generations tops? And then what? Those people are forgotten. They're forgotten. That's the reality of it. We move on. كل من عليها فان. First thing is that you become fani. You'll perish as well. Everybody here will perish. Perish to the point where you'll be forgotten by your great-grandkids. Maybe on Shabbat Barat, if they have a book written, maybe with some halwa and puri, they might be able to remember you. One night a year. Maybe, if you're lucky. That's about it. Otherwise, it's you and your amal. And then he says, the one who is baqi is the wedge of your Lord, is the essence of your Lord. And then he says, very interesting, that Lord that's Dhul Jalali wal Ikram. Ikram is a very interesting word in Arabic. Karam. Karam means dignity. That makes sense. Ikram is the one who's dignified. Very carefully now. If someone comes and gives me respect and this and that, even my elders, it's very weird that Muhammad is not sitting over here. I feel like it's just not right. It's imbalanced. I'm used to both angels on my left and my right, and now they're all on my right shoulder, and I don't like it. It's really imbalanced. Khair, may Allah give him inshallah safety. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. If I walk in and you give me love and you do every single time, no, love. You dignify me. You do ikram of me. Allah is saying, look, you'll be gone, you'll perish. Everybody. Kullu man alayha fan. Everything will perish. And then he still refers to himself as ikram in the very next verse. But you need people to dignify you, Allah. The people are kullu man alayha fan. So who's dignifying Allah? Why did he choose of all the sifat he chose to end the very next verse in the idea of ikram? To answer this very question, and sometimes we believe, people like me believe, that my 2 rakat Fajr Salah with one eye open, that might help Allah in His kingdom. That might help Allah. So I'm doing Allah a favor. We have a whole discussion in akhlaq called ujb, self-love, self-conceit. And Imam called him, alayhi salatu wassalam, Allahumma salli ala. He says the highest level of self-conceit, of ujb, self-love, is that you actually believe that by your worship, you're doing Allah a favor. That with your worship now, Allah becomes more of an Allah. His kingdom increases because of by 2 rakat Fajr Salat, mashallah. And people believe that. They really do. Why does Allah force me to wear hijab? Why does He want me to fast? Why do I have to do that? And here, yet Allah is saying, after all of us are long gone to the point we're not even remembered, He still refers to Himself as what? The idea of I am ikram. Meaning what? The dignity is already attached to His essence. He doesn't need an outside creation to dignify Him. He is dignity, He's also dignified as well. Meaning what? The very thing that you think you give me with your worship, I already have. No. The very thing that you think that you present to me, or that you actually think that you're dignifying me with your worship, I already have that. Before you were here, long after you're gone. I was ikram back then, I'm ikram after you're gone. I don't need ikram with your worship. So by using these two sifat, it tells us that we don't need this idea to understand that, look, Allah, our worship is helping you. No, of course not. He's azal, he's abad. He was there, he will always be there. He doesn't need to. He wasn't Allah back then, he's Allah today. I've mentioned this on this member before. He's the one master. When the slave works for him, the slave elevates, the master stays where he is. He's the only master where the more the slave works, the more the slave elevates. Otherwise, every other master, the more the slave works, the more the master, of course, elevates. Not in the case of Allah. If we are an abd of Allah, it's for our benefit. When Imam Ali says, there's no bigger pride for me, the fact that I am your abd, Allah, that's what he means. That I have now chosen you, of course, to enslave myself to, that's my biggest pride. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So two things. First of all, Allah saying, look, my haqq is that you worship me. Because I am worthy of worship. I have the perfection, I have the unlimited capability, I have everything that your fitrat is looking for is right here. Is right here. But I'm not doing it for myself. I don't need you to dignify me. I'm already dignified. It's in my essence. It's muttasil bizat. It's not separate from my essence. It's not like karam and Allah are two different things. No. Allah is ism al-jam. Wherever Allah is, that dignity follows. Whether you and I decide to worship Allah or not, worship Allah has no effect on him. So you know, everything that comes from Allah is for us, right? In ahsantum, ahsantum li anfusikum, the Quran says. You do good for yourself. Okay, those are established as a base. Excellent. Let's move on now. What's needed to understand the worship? How can we move this idea from iqbal to idbar? The idea that sometimes our heart runs to the musalla, sometimes we're dragged to the musalla. Sometimes we actually want to stay on the musalla after our salat is done. Can you imagine? And sometimes we want to fall quickly and move on to our day. This fluctuation of the heart, first of all, is the reality of the heart. But secondly, it has to be coupled with one thing, and that's the aql and the intellect. And inshallah, one of my, 57 house months that I have this weekend, inshallah, we'll talk about the aql and the hearts, and this need for us to combine these two. I'm seeing trends happening inside of our masajid when it comes to azadari that sometimes are a little bit concerning for me. And the concern is that we have two separate groups forming. That group that looks at Imam Hussein with the eyes of the aql only. And that group that looks at Imam Hussein with the eyes of the qalb only. That Imam Hussein should only be intellectual, Imam Hussein should only be emotional. So we have individuals that will not sit in the majlis because this is too intellectual, they'll wait until that text comes. You know that text? Masayib started? And then come in groups. Because to them, Imam Hussein is the qalb only, the heart only. Then there are those, the moment the matam starts, they'll be outside. Because to them it's only intellectual. These are two extreme groups. Right? We have to come and learn from Imam Hussein and then grieve for Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein is intellectual, Imam Hussein is emotional. One of the things about this Imam that we are here to commemorate was that he was obsessed with making sure that Imam Hussein was not forgotten at both levels. At both levels. He would cry to the point people would say, Baba, it's enough, Imam, please. It's important that we understand the role of the intellect in all this idea of worship. So let's examine that briefly. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Now we know that the intellect and the aql plays a huge role in worshipping Allah, because a lot of my youth believe in the idea of blind faith, blind faith, blind faith. But if I don't know why I'm doing it, it's blind faith, and blind faith is a horrible concept in the West. It's hypocritical, they say. How can you worship a God that you don't truly believe what you're doing? You're just kind of robotic. And so long as you enter the kingdom of Allah based on the intellect and the aql, everything you submit after is not blind. Once you enter Allah, that's why we have taqleed. Taqleed is haram for the usuluddin. You don't believe in Allah because your marja says so. You believe in Allah because the intellect says so. Right? So you have to enter the idea, to my youth especially, understand God at the intellect level, have all of the arguments of the atheist, and of course have counter arguments. Understand why there has to be a God, why Allah has to exist. All this idea has to be at the intellect level. Once you enter that realm and really say La ilaha illallah, then whatever comes from Allah we submit to, whether we understand or we don't understand. That's not blind faith. In fact, that's the crux of faith actually. To submit yourself to a being that intellectually you've submitted to, whatever comes from him, I know it's good. I may be limited in my capacity, but I know if it's from him, it's good. Imam Ali in khutbah number 193, khutbah Imam, sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. The famous sermon Muttaqeen, khutbah Hammam of course went to Imam Ali, so tell me who the Muttaqeen are. He reads a verse of the Quran, Imam Ali, to kind of, give him a quick answer, and he says, go on your way. Wasn't satisfied. He says, no, I want more. Pages and pages now, the Sifat of the Muttaqi. The very first thing he mentions in that khutbah mawla is that whatever comes from Allah, whether it's your obligation to avoid it or obligation to perform it, is for your benefit and your benefit alone. It's enough for you to submit to that because Allah has told you to do it. Right? The one thing that I'm seeing, and I always mention this on this member, on any member, is the fact that we really have to teach our youth and our children that look, if Allah has made it wajib, that's enough for you to perform it. If you don't understand why you're doing it, Allah will open those doors for you eventually. But it's not a prerequisite for you to perform the act or not perform the act. But until you convince me, I said, then I'll perform the act. No, it doesn't work like that. If Allah to you at the intellect level is convinced that yes, Allah has to exist, I'm not an atheist, I know why God is there, then whatever that God tells you to do, labbaik ya Allah. If Allah decides to open the doors of yaqeen and ma'arifah and awareness, alhamdulillah. It's enough that your God says, wajib, that's enough. Okay? Alright. Now the aql. Aql says what? Aql is that entity inside of us that differs us from every other creation. All of us know that. Faculty of reasoning, faculty of logic, all that reside inside the aql. The aql has certain capabilities, has a job to do. Right? Allah gave it a job description. This is what you are supposed to do. And its main purpose is, because aqala literally means to tie something together. Right? The Arabs, of course, would use, what they would refer to as aqila sometimes, as this rope around their head to tie their camel. Right? What you see Saudis wear today, this rubber thing used to be a rope back then around their head. What are they tying together inside the aql? The aql is there to tie every other power inside of us together. From shahwa to ghadab to wahm, from desire to anger to creativity. Okay, there are moments where, and if I can give you a quick example, as a corporation, aql is the CEO of the corporation. He's on the 57th floor of the towers. There are 3 departments reporting to the aql, inside of every human being. One is the department of desire and shahwa and lust. One is the department of anger and repulsion, of ghadab. And one, of course, is creativity and wahm. Now, the ideal CEO of the insan, or the ideal corporate structure of the insan, is that every other of those 3 departments all report back to the aql. Meaning, if somebody upsets you guys, for example, then that department has a meeting. You sit in the boardroom and say, look, you know what, this person upset me. Okay, what happened? How did it happen? When did it happen? Where were you at this moment? And you write a report. Okay? Then you get in the elevator, you go to 457, and you knock on Mr. Uckle's door. You say, Mr. Uckle, this is our report. We come from the Department of Anger. Do I have your approval or disapproval to act on this anger or not act on this anger? And the Aql, will read the report and, he'll read and he'll either deny or he'll approve. He'll say, your mother made you upset? You have no right to get upset or deny. Somebody at Beit al-Qaim, when your mu'min brothers upset you, denied. Swallow your anger, it's your mu'min brother. Somebody drew a cartoon about the Prophet of Allah, approved. You should be angry. Somebody upset Allah, approved. Somebody insulted Imam Hussein, approved. Not the expression of anger, the existence of anger. Expression of anger is a whole different topic altogether. Because the aql says yes, be upset, does that mean that we do whatever we want? No, of course not. All within the confines of the law. The job of the aql is to make sure that it is the last stop for all these three departments. So desire comes in, let's say you have a meeting, let's say for example, you met this girl, you met this boy, you love him, you love her, you want to marry her, how do I tell my parents, is what you do, blah, 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 you want a whole report, and you go up to the 57th floor, say, Mr. Aql, this is my report, should I marry him or not marry him? Look, this is a non-Muslim, he has to be the leader of your family, take you to Jannah, show you the way, denied. Find a good Shia boy. Don't marry him. This is a girl who has no taqwa, doesn't have a good past, let's say for example, is not educated, there's no signs of faith in her, all she has, let's say, are blue eyes. Denied. Because those blue eyes become very dull very quickly. Denied. Or you have the idea that I have this sister, Masha, she's muhajjaba, for example, or she's trying to have the faith, great family, very religious, great mother for my kids, blah, 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 approved, marry her. That's what it is. The problem is that that's how it should be. And that is the khulasa, the summary of all the Prophet's missions and all the Imam's missions. When the Prophet says, I came to inject humanity inside the human race, he means I came to reshuffle the structure of corporate and son. Do you get that? To reshuffle it. Because back in the Jahil era, the anger was CEO, and the poor Aql was the junior executive reporting to anger. Anger would come and explode and say, oh, okay. And Aql said, look, if you just put me in charge, I can fix all of this. And that's the idea, was look, you are an intellectual human being. You shouldn't have to do that. The problem is sometimes we act so fastly when we become angry, we don't let the report get back to the Aql department. Give it some time. Maybe the email server is slow. Maybe the elevator is out. Give it some time. Let the Aql read the report and say, okay, just wait, don't act yet. I haven't approved it or disapproved. But no, anger comes, boom, right away. Email sent to all the Beit al-Qaim. Whoa, wait a second. Let the report come to the Aql first before you hit send it. Person, at the point when God forbid bumps you or moves your shoulder, boom. And you say whatever you want to say afterwards. Yeah, Mafi, so sorry. No, wait. Just give it a moment. And I'll give you one example. Example I've given before. It sticks here. Example of Mawla Ali in Khandak. It's a very simple example. One every kid and adult knows. But look at this in resort to the actual corporate of Insan. When this Mal'oon spit in the Imam Ali's face, his department of anger got together for a quick meeting. Emerge meeting, 10:30, boardroom. He spit in my face. Okay? Report was created and sent to the Aql. Aql says, Ali, go for a walk. He's not your enemy, he's God's enemy. It's not your anger, it's God's anger. Because when you spit in the face and you allow that anger to go up to the floor and knock on the Aql's department, then he'll tell you what to do. So when people sat there and told Ali, why would you give this man a chance to get up and defend himself? He said, when he spit in my face, I was angry. I didn't want to kill him from my anger. Because then the anger becomes the CEO and the Aql becomes a junior executive. He goes for a walk. The report went up to Aql. Aql says, no, that's for Allah. Went for a walk, got the response, and killed the man. Fi sabilillah, not for himself. It's possible, yes, it's possible. That's the role of the intellect. That's the role of the Aql. The Aql is primary in the idea of worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not robotic. It has to be some level of intellect. You have to believe in who you're worshipping. The idea of la ilaha, la ilaha, la ilaha, remove small g gods, and then accept the big G God. These small little idols, ilahs that we have inside of our hearts, negation, acceptance, negation, acceptance. Sometimes we live our entire life negating. At our last portion now we say illallah. And that's fine. That's why we have in a hadith 700 years it'll take. for one mayyit to respond to the question, who was your Lord in this world? 700 years it'll take to answer this one question. Because we've had so many ilahs inside of our heart, we have no Allah inside of our hearts. We haven't followed the corporate structure. That's why we say in hadith that when you are angry, fuming mad, and you don't want to respond, and you want to consume your anger, get up, change your position, go for a walk, do wudu, do something. Why? Let the report get up to the department. Let the email be read. And then, inshallah, you'll have your response after that. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So part of the essence of worship is the aql, to understand who we're worshiping. Now, once we understand who we're worshiping, that combination or that bridge between who we're worshiping and actually worshiping Allah is the job of the hearts, of the qalb. The aql says this is who you should worship. The qalb actually does the worshiping. That perennial leap of faith, as you guys call it, comes from the heart. The idea that I know who I'm worshiping, I also know that my 2 rakat salat before the sun rises will help me, let's say, in this dunya and the hereafter. The idea of me fasting, for example, in the month of Ramadan, will help me. My heart has to believe it. I have to have my heart into it. Otherwise, it's not possible. So the heart is that connector between knowing Allah and worshiping Allah. You remove that heart, of course, and there's a disconnect. Okay? So there is a tremendous amount of factors here when it comes to true worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're going through the motions. A lot of us are going through the motions. We haven't missed one salat, let's say, in 20, 35 years. Has that changed our behavior? Changed our worldview? Elevated us? Migrated us? I don't know. That's up for us to determine. But if the hadith say that 1-2 units of salat with khulus can change your entire life, why isn't that change happening sometimes in my life? What is it that we're missing? Why is it that we have to be dragged towards the musalla? Is the intellect weak? Is the heart weak? Is that the fact that we don't understand? Is it in the have we perhaps, really put our faith in other doors? I don't know. But the reality is that we have to really understand this worship is meant to polish our aql, polish our heart, revive our soul towards God. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Because worship is not only a physical trait, it is a trait of the soul. So inshallah we'll have a discussion on Saturday or Sunday, I think, to find out if there are signs to know that what I'm doing is working. When we deal with physical challenges and physical change, we can see the physical change in us, right? Hit the gym for about 2 months, 3 months, we can start to see cuts in our body. Right? You can start to see those things after a while. Okay, what I'm doing is working, let's keep going, for example. But on a soul level, it's very hard to determine that. A lot of our youth ask, how do I know what I'm doing is working? And that's the challenge. We're dealing with a metaphysical phenomenon here. And we're trying to understand that through a physical phenomenon. It's not going to work. Right? And that's why, because there are factors inside of us that, of course, are there to pull us off this path. There are factors that don't want to make us sincere in the worship of Allah. There's a man who, a story says a man who lived beside the masjid for 30 years. And this masjid had 5 times a day salat at prime time. For many, many, many years, almost for 20, 25 years, he was there and his spot was right behind the Imam. That special spot, right? People elbow and move and shove people just to get to that spot behind the Imam. Second in command. The vice president of the Jamaat, right? If he goes down, I got this, don't worry. I can handle this. He says, for 29 years, every single salat, I was right behind the Imam of Jamaat. Right there, that was my spot. Everyone knew it. Until one day he says, I came late. And I was on the 50th row of the Jamaat. Way back in the corner. No one cares, right? It was the 50th row of Jamaat. He says, after that salat, I realized that for 29 years, I've been reading salat for the wrong reason. There's been no sincerity in my salat. Not meant to demoralize individuals, But meant to say that yes, there are factors that sometimes, even this very worship that's meant for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shaitan has immense impact on there. The idea of riyah is a reality inside of our communities. The over-exaggeration of our piety is a huge factor inside of us. Right? Because we like a little bit of the taste of the talia and the shabash and the pat in the back. That's why ujb is this beast inside of us. Imam Ali says it has to be tamed. He refers to it as a beast in hadith. Has to be tamed. We have to make sure that this worship is for Allah. I mean, you look at the life of our fourth Imam. It's incredible. You know, every other man on the day of Ashura, his life ended on the day of Ashura. This man lived for 3 decades after the day of Ashura. You would think that he'd be tainted, a little bit stained. Maybe his purity, maybe his, he would stop and think, I wonder why, God, you put every single member of my family through what you did. It's somehow he found a way to get to Allah. All of you know the history. The return back from Karbala and Sham in Medina was very tense for Imam Sajjad. Very tense. Yazid understood the power of one khutbah of Imam Sajjad. He knew actually in the darbar, in the courtyard himself, when he said, Yazid, can I speak? He says, no, you can't. You can't speak. And people say, Yazid, look at him. He's a young man. He's broken. He's chained. He's sick. He just went through this whole ordeal. Look at him. He's bleeding from his wrist, from his neck. What could he possibly do for you? Let him speak. What's the big deal? And then he spoke. Shook the walls of the courtyard. Shook the walls of the courtyard. To the point where after his khutbah, people would rise up and say, you know what we've done? We've supported the zalim and we have oppressed the madloom. Because they had no idea who the Ahlul Bayt were, right? Remember, Muawiyah was given Shahadat, it was called during the second Khalifa's time. Shahadat was a huge land of 4 different countries, Jordan, Palestine, Syria, and I think it was something else, huge land. That was not conquered during the Prophet's time. And that area was mostly Christian. So the second Khalifa sends Muawiyah to go and conquer. He conquers it, and then he converts them one by one, of course, to Islam. To his version of Islam. Imagine learning Islam through Muawiyah. Your first instance or your first introduction to Din of Islam is through Muawiyah, Abu Sufyan's son. What kind of deen would you have? He was all about propagation, all about mind control. I mean, he had them in the palm of his hand to the point where he would recite Salat al-Jum'ah on Wednesdays, and they'd be okay, fine, no problem. But the name of the prayer is Friday. He would tell Yazid in his wasiyah, look, these are your Shamis, control them. Don't send them outside of Sham. They'll know what true Islam is. Make them go outside, if you have to, then bring them right back. Keep them controlled. They know my version of Islam. They think we're the Ahlul Bayt. So naturally now, when the Sqafa of Bani Hashim comes to the bazaar, we hear about the idea, me growing up, I would hear stones are being thrown at Bibi Zainab. Garbage being thrown at the feet of Imam Sajjad. I was like, how could you do that? But this Qafila was introduced as nothing but a rebel group that came to basically overthrow the Sham government. And these Shamis understood Yazid and Muawiyah to be their khulafa, their leaders, their avenue towards Jannah. So anybody that's coming to overthrow my leader, I'm going to do everything I can to dissuade them until he spoke. Until he spoke. I've always encouraged this, I encourage you guys as well. Listen to these 2 khutbahs, these 2 sermons. Bibi Zainab and Imam Sajjad. It hurts me when I see after the day of Ashura, the physical day of Ashura, our masajid are empty. It hurts me. Because it's not one Ashura, there's multiple Ashuras that have happened in this history. It's not one Karbala, it's multiple Karbalas that have happened in that time. The day of Ashura, the 10th of Muharram, was Hussein's Ashura. There's a Sajjad Ashura. There's a Zainab Ashura. And these are 2 elements, these 2, that took this message and stood there in the belly of the beast, meaning the courtyard of Yazid, surrounded by 700 men, and were able to deliver what Imam Hussein could not do because he was not physically there. Wasn't physically there. And somehow back in Medina, now Yazid knew this idea, so what did he do? He goes, look, no pulpit for you, Sajjad. No sermons for you. No classes for you. You can go to the masjid, lead salat, and go home. And all of you know the history. Somehow, at that moment, he had a responsibility to what? Iblagh al-Din, spread the deen, and the hujjat of Allah. How do I get that point across? House arrest, cameras, guards, people following him everywhere. He was brilliant. Go for the masjid and go to Baqi and stand there. And he would read du'as. Just du'as, right? I mean, they're simple du'as. So anybody on the outside says, okay, this man's praying to Allah, let him pray, what's the big deal? But those du'as had messages inside of them. There was ma'arifat in there, there was tawheed inside of there, there was usul al-din inside of there, there was Ramadan, there was everything, there was iblagh al-din inside those du'as. But he packaged it in the du'a. So the enemy wasn't able to find out, okay, this is actually what he's doing. Now after many, many days and months had passed, he would go towards but we have sideburns up until here. And the Maraji today, all of them across the board, all of them.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
A'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan ar-rajim. Imam Sajjad's history. As I said, the day of Ashura on 10th of Muharram was Hussein's Ashura. And there was a moment, and you've heard the Masa'ib now, there was a moment where Imam Sajjad now goes to defend his father. Imam Hussein buries Ali Asghar, grabs Bibi Zainab. Says, Zainab, let's go. They go to the tent of Sajjad. The books say that Imam Hussein was waking up Imam Sajjad. Imagine as a son, you open your eyes and you see your father in the state that you see your father in. His back a little bit bent from Abu Fazl Abbas Shahadat. His eyesight a little bit gone from Ali Akbar. The blood of Ali Asghar on his face. Right? Head to toe, scar after scar after scar. And he would say, Baba, Aina Habib? Where is Habib? Ya Bunay qad qutil. He's been killed. Baba, Aina Muslim? قد قتل. أين أخي علي أكبر قد قتل. أين أبو الفضل Abbas قد قتل. One by one. And then that's when Imam Sajjad, they said that he put his knuckles on the ground, went for his asa, went for his sword. I tried to get himself up, that I want to defend my father when no one is around. And that's when Imam Hussein stopped him and said, look, Sajjad, this is my battle. It's my Ashura. You used to have to take these women from Karbala to Kufa to Sham, through the bazaar, through the courtyard. That when somebody asked Imam Sajjad, what was the most difficult time in all of this? He says, Sham. And Imam Sajjad took this qafla all the way through. And one thing that he made sure, like I said, every single time he could, in his 33 years after the day of Ashura, was he never made people forget his father's gham and his grief. People ask him, of course, can you please attend our program? We either have this celebration or this grief, can you come and join us? He would come and he would say, look, can you please invite the poet of the time to come, write a few couplets, a few verses on my father Hussein, and recite it for me. And they would do that. And he would recite the poet, and Imam Sajjad would stop him and say, no, that's not how I want you to recite. I want you to recite this poetry as if my father's body was lying right there in front of you. He passed by an animal being sacrificed. All of you know the Messiah. Sacrificed. Would stop and say, I've been giving this animal some water. And Mawla, we never sacrifice an animal without a drop of water. He began to cry and say, my father was killed without a drop of water. In his very last days, Shahadat, his very last days, the doctor has come, told Imam Muhammad Baqir, your father now is about to leave this world. He says that I came close to my father. I would hug him. I would kiss him. I'd give him some love. The closer I got to him, the more he would cry. The closer I got to him, the more he would cry. Why are you crying, Baba? Is it pain? Do you need water? Something. Eventually to the point where his head was on my chest. That's how I was holding him. And the tighter the hug, the more he cried. He says, no, Bonilla, I'm not hurting. I'm not in pain, but I'm leaving this world. And my head is on your chest. But my father Hussein, on Asri Ashur, Shimon bin Dushin, was on my father's chest. Imam Sajjad's burial was the biggest in Medina, they say. Thousands upon thousands were there. Imam Muhammad Bakr was there. All his ashab were there. They carried him towards Baqi. And a part of me honestly tells myself that Imam said I must have seen all these people there for his janazah and for his mayyat. And stopped, and he would probably think to himself that every single member of my companions and my family and those who didn't know me are all here to bury me. And yet my father Hussein was that Hussein. On the 2nd of Muharram, he would ask the kids of the Bani Asad tribe, if your mothers and your fathers aren't able to bury me, you pick up some khak with your small Muslim hands and drop it on my body. The same Imam Sajjad on Shami Ghariba would look at Imam Hussein's body, look to Bibi Zainab, Pupi Amma, have you ever heard of a son leaving his father unburied on the plains of Karbala? سيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. ماتم حسين يا 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 حسين Hi Sajjad, hi Sajjad, hi Sajjad, hi Sajjad, hi Sajjad.
Taf zanjir kuja, abid bimar kuja. Taf zanjir kuja, abid bimar kuja. Sar shabbir kuja, neze badkar kuja. Taf zanjir kuja, abid bimar kuja. Taf zanjir kuja, abid bimar kuja. Sar shabbir kuja, neze badkar kuja. मोमिनो तुमको सुनाता हूँ मैं एक ऐसा बयान जिसके सुनने से जिगर आग आंसू हो रवां आग खैमे में लगी सारी फिजाएं है धुआं पाए सज्जाद कुजा वादी फुरखान कुजा तफ जंजीर कुजा आबिद बीमार तफ जंजीर कुजा आबिद बीमार कुजा सर शब्बीर कुजा नज़े बदकार कुजा हासिम खस्ता जिगर हसन के महरू करते हैं तुझ पे सितम हद से सवारा में अदू चांद से चेहरे पे डूबे हुए कुएं में बेसू जिसमें मजरूह कुजा घोड़ों की अलगा कुजा तफ जंजीर कुजा ये बीमार कुजा तफ जंजीर कुजा आबिद बीमार कुजा सर शब्बीर कुजा है मैदे बदकार कुजा पुरज़े पुरज़े हुआ कुरान वफा के पारे जुल्म सहते रहे सरवर के हरम बेचारे छीन कर बूंदे सकीना को तमाचे मारे पंजे जुल्म कुजा फूल से रुखसार कुजा तफ जंजीर कुजा आबिद बीमार कुजा तफ जंजीर कुजा आबिद बीमार कुजा سر شبیر کجا نیزہ بدکار کجا ہرملا تجھ کو نہ سن ہرملا تجھ کو نہ ہرملا تجھ کو نہ ششماہ کا کچھ آیا خیال تو نے ازغر سے کیا ہے رخ شبیر کو لال آج تاریخ کا ہے تجھ سے مسلسل یہ سوال حق معصوم کجا تیر ستمگار کجا تخ زنجیر کجا عابد بیمار کجا تخ زنجیر کجا عابد بیمار کجا سر شبیر کجا نیزہ بدکار کجا خواب میں آئے سکینہ کو نظر اس کے پدر کھوئی کھوئی سی تھی یوں بال سکینہ کی نظر جیسے ایک بھٹکا مسافر کو سرا گزر لاش شاہ کجا بچی کے افکار کجا تف زنجیر کجا عابد بیمار کجا تف زنجیر کجا عابد بیمار کجا سر شبیر کجا نیزہ بدکار کجا دشت میں شام غریباں جو غریبوں کی ہوئی دشت میں شام غریباں جو غریبوں کی ہوئی پہرا دینے کے لیے اٹھی علی کی بیٹی آیا زینب کو نظر ایک سوار عربی دشت پرخار کجا حیدر کردار کجا زنجیر کجا عابد بیمار کجا تف زنجیر کجا عابد بیمار کجا سر شبیر کجا نیزہ بدکار کجا تف زنجیر کجا عابد بیمار کجا تف زنجیر کجا عابد بیمار کجا سر شبیر کجا نیزہ بدکار کجا یا حسین
ہو گیا مرنا ستم عباس کا ہو گیا مرنا ستم عباس عباس کا کرتے ہیں ماتم حرم عباس کا کرتے ہیں ماتم حرم عباس کا درد سجاد کے خیر تاس پلاؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے خیر تاس پلاؤں کیسے ہائے روتا ہے قلم لفظ بناؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے تیرے تاس پلاؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے تیرے تاس پلاؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے تیرے تاس پلاؤں کیسے ہائے روتا ہے قلم لفظ بناؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے تیرے تاس پلاؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے جس کی مادر کا جنازہ تھا اٹھا رات کے بعد جن کی مادر کا جنازہ تھا اٹھا رات کے بعد سر برہنا سر بازار میں لاؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے تاس میں لاؤں درد سجاد کے تیرے تاس میں لاؤں رسیاں پاؤں میں چھالے تھے تماچوں کے نشان، رسیاں پاؤں میں چھالے تھے تماچوں کے نشان، حسرت و یاس کی میت کو اٹھاؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے
داس پہ لاؤں کیسے
درد سجاد کے
داس پہ لاؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے
باب جولا ہوں میں ہے تو پہ گراں دے بے گلو، باب جولا ہوں میں ہے تو پہ گراں دے بے گلو، اونٹوں سے گرتے ہوئے بچے اٹھاؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے
داس پہ لاؤں کیسے
درد سجاد کے
داس پہ لاؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے
زخم جو دل پہ آئے ہیں دکھا سکتا ہوں، زخم جو جسم پہ آئے ہیں دکھا سکتا ہوں، دل نے جو شام میں کھائے ہیں دکھاؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے
داس پہ لاؤں کیسے
درد سجاد کے
داس پہ لاؤں کیسے
ہائے روتا ہے قلم لفظ بناؤں کیسے درد سجاد کے
داس پہ لاؤں
کیسے درد سجاد کے
تیرے داس پہ لاؤں کیسے یا حسین
یا حسین
یا حسین
یا حسین
یا حسین یا حسین
ہر قدم پر رو رہا ہے ایک بیمار ناتواں، ہر قدم پر رو رہا ہے ایک بیمار ناتواں، ہر قدم پر رو رہا ہے ایک بیمار ناتواں، طوق ہے وزنی گلے میں، طوق ہے وزنی گلے میں، پاؤں میں ہیں بیڑیاں، ہر قدم پر رو رہا ہے ایک بیمار ناتواں، ہر قدم پر رو رہا ہے
ایک بیمار ناتواں،
مارنا ظالم تو کوڑے کچھ تو کر خوف خدا، مارنا ظالم تو کوڑے کچھ تو کر خوف خدا، بے کسوں لاوارثوں کا، بے کسوں لاوارثوں کا ہے اکیلا پاسباں، ہر قدم پر رو رہا ہے ایک بیمار ناتواں، ہر قدم پر رو رہا ہے
ایک بیمار ناتواں،
توڑ دی ضابط نے زہر ظلم کی، توڑ دی عابد نے عمر اپنے صبر جرم سے، لکھ رہا ہے خون روتا، لکھ رہا ہے خون روتا، اشکیا کے درمیان، ہر قدم پر رو رہا ہے ایک بیمار ناتواں، ہر قدم پر رو رہا ہے ایک بیمار ناتواں، ہر قدم پر رو رہا ہے ایک بیمار ناتواں، یا حسین
یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أزور ساداتي وموالي قربة إلى الله تعالى. السلام على رسول الله، السلام على حبيب الله، السلام على نبي الله، السلام على الرسول المسدد، السلام على أبي القاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد.
السلام عليك يا سيدي مولاي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام على أسد الله الغالب، السلام على علي بن أبي طالب. السلام عليك يا سيدي مولاي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام على سيدتي ومولاتي فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا سيدتي ومولاتي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام على سيدي ومولاي أبي محمد الحسن بن علي الزكي الولي الناصح الأمين ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام على سيدي ومولاي أبي عبد الله الحسين. السلام عليك يا سيدي ومولاي وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولادك وأصحابك المستشهدين بين يديك. السلام عليك وعلى أخيك أبي الفضل العباس بن أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك وعلى أختك الحوراء زينب ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام على ساداتي وموالي أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والحجة القائم المهدي عجل الله تعالى فرجه وسهل الله مخرجه وجعلنا من أتباعه وأعوانه والذابين عنه والمستشهدين بين يديه ورحمة الله وبركاته.